So after working with more than 300 men in their health and fitness over the last 7 years, many of them super busy managing companies, managing clients, managing employees, and they've got kids at home, I've started to notice something super interesting. Actually, I noticed it a long time ago and we really honed in on it recently over the last couple of years. Most guys approach fat loss the complete wrong way. They focus way too much on cutting calories and then burning as many calories as possible throughout their workout. Try to play the math and the numbers game, and it makes sense on the surface. So you realize that our bodies are extremely complex and you can't necessarily just put yourself into mathematical equations because the body adapts very quickly. And it ends up not leading to long-term success in your health and fat loss. It actually just ends up leading to burnout, to skinny fat syndrome, and being on an on again, off again cycle where you're constantly needing to lose weight every single year. So my goal is to break down for you a new methodology, a new mindset that I've seen work time and time and time and time again with our best clients. And it's about fueling and training your body for performance, strength, and athleticism, and not weight loss. And funny enough, when you do these things, it's going to result in a lean, healthy, fit body. So let's get to it. First off, my name is Montel Harden, personal trainer, strength and conditioning, and sports nutrition coach since 2017. Since that time, I've compiled all of the best practices, best strategies, got rid of the worst ones when it comes to what guys need to do to get their body and health in order. And today I'm going to walk you through one of the most pivotal mindset things. We decided to work together one-on-one to get him and his body and his health where it needs to be. This is one of the first mindset shifts that I have to make with 99% of the guys that we work with. Now, most guys who want to drop body fat do a few things. They'll drop their calories, so you eat less, and then when that stops working, you eat less, and then when that stops working, you'll eat less, until you get to a point where you're exhausted and you're fed up with it and you're hungry all the time, and you just go out for a weekend. You know what? I haven't been eating much. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy that. And then before you know it, you've gone completely by the wayside. You've gone crazy that weekend. You step on a scale on Monday, you're up 10, 12 pounds. You're ready to throw the thing out the window and you're done. And then the incessant running on the treadmill or outside, just trying to get that calorie number as high as you can possibly get it. Once again, start off at 30 minutes a day, works perfect. Then it stops. Go to 45, works well, then it stops. Go to 60, works well, then it stops. Before you know it, you no longer have enough time in the day to run or do this cardio, and your body's not making any progress anymore. Here's the reality. Both approaches, when it comes to your nutrition and your training, just trying to diet down and trying to burn as many calories as possible, is an unsustainable approach, and you will eventually run out of food and run out of time. Your body adapts, your metabolism slows down, strip off all your lean muscle. So even though you lose 20 pounds on the scale, you're actually 3-4% higher in body fat, and you end up feeling weak, tired, and frustrated. So here's what I want you to do from now on. And two of my clients, Sean and Jordan, both did this extremely well. When we first started working together, they were obsessed with sweating and moving as much as they possibly could, and then going home and eating the cleanest, blandest meal they could possibly eat, something that was super low calorically, just trying to using it as a badge of honor to talk about how little they were eating throughout their journeys. But when we got them eating more food, we got them building up lean muscle, training their body for performance, and they both got stronger than they've ever been. They both dropped 20 plus pounds of body fat. Sean actually ended up dropping 70 pounds of body fat overall, and they're both 10 times healthier than they were beforehand, eating more food and training in a completely different way. So first off, when you fuel your body properly, enough high quality proteins and healthy fats to maintain that hormonal balance, high quality carbs to fuel your workouts, you don't just feel better, you perform better. This is the key, because if you want to make progress in your body and health, every single time you go to the gym or you hit a workout, you need to be getting a little bit better. But if you don't have fuel to do that, if you're not fueling yourself properly, if you're trying to build a Ferrari physique, if you're trying to build a Porsche type level of health, but then you're putting beat up Honda fuel in the engine, it's just not going to happen. Fuel yourself properly. You can lift heavier, you can run for longer, recover faster. Like, you have to fuel yourself. A grown man should not be consuming 1,100, 1,200, 1,300 calories in a day. You need way more food than that, especially if you're moving a lot and if you're super active and if you want to actually build a lean, fit, healthy looking physique. If you don't want to just lose a bunch of weight and look sick, and you actually want to look put together and physically fit and well-rounded physically, you have to fuel yourself. And this is where the magic happens. So instead of trying to cut calories and burn as many calories as you can through exercise, when you put muscle on, muscle is extremely metabolically active, meaning that you're gonna burn more calories just by having that lean muscle intact. I think the science is that every 1 pound of lean muscle you gain burns an extra 9 calories per day. Now that might not sound like a lot, but think about putting on 15 pounds of lean muscle. That's around 135 extra calories per day your body burns just from putting on that 10 pounds of lean muscle. And that's just the caloric number. That's not even counting the improved hormonal profile that you're going to experience through putting that muscle on and dropping body fat, and the other secondary and tertiary effects that come from building up lean muscle. So it's a literal cheat code. And next, let's talk about your training. Like I said, you need to shift from a cardio mindset, from a go, hit workout, sweat as much as I can mindset, to a how can I improve strength? How can I improve athleticism? How can I improve the performance of my body? You really want to think about training like an athlete and not just somebody that wants to burn calories. Look at some of the best athletes in the world. So many of them have amazing physiques. Most of them, if they do it the right way, are really healthy. And I can guarantee you none of them obsess about their body fat. None of them obsess about their weight on the scale, yet they stay extremely lean. They're muscular. They're super strong. They're super athletic. And while me and you might not have top 1% genetics like them, what we do have is the ability to peek into how they focus and structure and prioritize their training. They train for performance. They train to gain strength. They train to gain power. They run to gain speed, not burn calories. That's a big part of what keeps them lean. It keeps them athletic. It keeps them healthy. Most athletes on average have a longer lifespan than those that never played either college sports or professional sports. So there is something to be said for training your body in this way, for fueling your body in this way. As you get stronger, you gain strength, you actually put your body under new tension week after week after week. Your body is gonna do what it needs to do. It's gonna organize its hormones. It's gonna organize things in a way that make you drop body fat consistently, week after week after week, until you hit a point where you're 15, 13, 11% body fat. Your lean muscle stores are there. Your energy is through the roof. You're feeling better than ever. And you're doing things that you can maintain and continue to build on. I've had, at this point, hundreds of clients come to me with failed attempts at losing body fat and getting themselves healthier. They were just focused on the calorie burn. They were focused on sweating as much as they could. They were focused on the next fad diet. They were focused on eating as little as possible. And it don't work. When we switch the approach to fueling their bodies and training for performance is when everything changed. And this is the biggest thing. And this is where your mindset really has to come in, because when you train this way and you eat this way, you're not going to see instant gratification. That scale might not move for a couple of weeks. You might not feel the same thump in your heart, and you might not be drenched in sweat training this way. But I promise you, over the long term, it's building and fortifying a body that has no need for excess body fat. And that's what we need. We need to train our body. We need to fuel our body in a way to where it realizes it doesn't need to hold on to all this excess body fat. It needs to get rid of that because it needs to move faster. It needs to be stronger. That's where everything is going to change for you if you can flip that switch mentally and be willing to do it for the long term. Because like I said, on the front end, this isn't what's going to lose you weight the fastest. What's going to lose you weight the fastest is eating 500 calories a day and going running for 2 hours a day. You lose a lot of weight then in the short term. But in the long term, that's just going to make you fatter, sicker, and weaker. If you really want your body and health in order, you need to build it up and not tear it down. So if you've been spinning your wheels trying to figure out how to get your body healthy and you just can't figure it out, try this. Eat 1 gram of protein per pound of goal body weight. Eat a high quality carb like oats, rice, potatoes, something like that before you go into your workout so you have that improved performance. Go in the gym and actually try to get stronger. I couldn't care less how many calories your Apple Watch says you burn. Honestly, those things are up to 30 to 60% inaccurate, so they really don't even matter that much, but I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less how much you sweat, although if you push yourself properly over time, you're gonna be sweaty. But that is not a measure and a marker of what was a good workout for your long-term health and fat loss goals. I need you to make those switches when you go into your workouts, when you go into your meals and planning what you're gonna eat. Make those shifts, and I promise you, You're going to see better results than you've ever seen. And if you want help implementing this practically inside your own life, click the first link down in the description below and take our transformation quiz. Give us the full rundown on everything you got going on, what you've been eating, how you've been training, everything that we'll need to know. Give us a physique updates, and then we'll deliver a fully custom transformation assessment where we'll break down exactly what we need to do to get you from where you are now to getting in the absolute best shape of your life. That's it. Hopefully you got value out of this. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so that you don't miss any more uploads going forward. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.